So I haven't looked at the odometer recently on this thing, but I have 345 miles. Wow, that's actually a lot. So I bought this bike on March 12th of this year. 345. It's roughly about 2 tanks of my Jeep. Two tanks of my Jeep would have cost me about $140 to $150. So yeah, I haven't really saved that much. They're not life-saving changes, and most definitely doesn't equate to the cost of the bike. I think if I had a pedal bike or was using a less expensive e-bike, it would be cost of savings. So I would be lying if I told you that riding this bike is saving me money, because as of right now, it's not saving money. It costs $5,000 out the door with taxes, and it's only saved me, from what I just calculated off the top of my head, it saved me about $150 in 5 months. Look at that. Okay, no 360 recording. Well, there goes that. Well, the fix for that is to get another clamp. That's the only way to fix that, is to buy another clamp. Well, that sucks. My 360 just died. Yeah, I can't help but feel a little bummed about it. I hope this camera caught everything. So the failure that happened, today's failure had nothing to do with the bike. It was my mistake. I should have known better than that. I put the X5 on this mount right here. That would be good enough to hold it, but apparently it wasn't. This part broke. We're gonna talk about what just happened. I'm gonna have to put in a request, a repair request. I'm gonna have to go to Best Buy and see if they have that clamp, instead of using this one here, because yeah, this was a fail. This has to come off now. I'm gonna have to use a clamp like the one I have on the motorcycle. Oh man, here it is. It broke. Looks like the lens is still okay though. It got saved by this lens guard. So I'm gonna have to like carefully take this off. Okay. So does it still work? Probably. I don't know. Look at that, the battery didn't pop out. If it still works, I'll keep using it. If it doesn't work, then I'll put in the claim. I think in the long run, I think it's better for me. I am so glad that I did buy the FlexiCare coverage on it, because yeah, like not even a week later and this happened, and this would be coming out of my pocket to replace this, and it was not intentional. It was a complete accident, and I have the video footage to prove that. So again, it should be covered. We'll see how long it takes. I'm going to do a deep dive and to examine what happened, what exactly happened to the camera. And I'm also going to see if it's still functional. Put on some gloves because of the glass. So here it is. Here's the damage that the camera sustained. So first things first, I'm going to remove this. That's why I'm wearing the gloves. It seems like this guard protected the lens pretty darn good. Okay. And once I hit it with the compressed air, we'll be able to know more. We'll see if those guards actually did a good job. Getting everything out of there. Okay. Now let's look at it underneath. It looks like seriously nothing hit the lens. Well, there seems to be like a little scuff. Okay. I'm looking. I see some little specks, but I don't really know what those are. So what did we learn from this? Or what did I learn from this? Is to buy the FlexiCare plan. It's necessary because this accidental damage happened in less than a month of having the camera. Looks like it's still functional, but there's definitely some I could see them under the magnifying glass. Some three microscopic little scratches on the lens. So if I didn't have the warranty, I would be stuck with this camera the way that it's damaged, like this. And these will probably buff out with time. And I would spend $30 and go and replace the lens, and then we'd be okay. Because as you can see, this LCD screen didn't damage. All the damage sustained was external. And I would keep it if the lenses wouldn't have gotten damaged. But the lenses cost about $29.99 plus tax. And to replace it, it would cost me $31.99. So given that choice, I'll just replace it. I won't get a new one, it'll be refurbished, but I'm pretty sure it'll be in better condition than this one. Or I'll think about it, maybe I'll just keep it like this, and for the next time around there's damage, or keep it like this, and then before the FlexiCare plan runs out, I could replace it. But this is what broke. It was connected. It was mounted on the handlebar like this, and I saw it swinging back and forth. I just honestly didn't expect for it to break off, snap off the way it did. So the solution is I just finished ordering a clamp like the one I have on the motorcycle. And I'm just gonna use that from now on the Surron. I'm still gonna use this one tomorrow. And while I put my claim, and then I'll get it replaced, and I'll follow up, let you know how long it takes to get it replaced. This is what I was using on the Surron, and as you can see, you know, it does a job. It's not even the heavy duty one. It's a bicycle mount, and I got this for my GoPro back in the days, and it did. You know, it held up the X5, but the problem with this one is the weight, right? I didn't think about that. This is what happened to the 3-prong adapter. It was connected as so. And the weight from the camera was too much for it. And it just snapped, broke off. You could see in the video where it was rocking back and forth, and it didn't click at that moment what was happening. I didn't think that it was possible for these things to just snap like that. It just went. Took the camera with it. You can see it's still straight there. This is still good. I could use it for something else. This is trash. This, I'm gonna use it tomorrow. It still turns on, and I feel pretty confident that it still records. And as I was showing earlier today, the lens still looks good. I don't see any. The only damage that I saw is under the magnifying glass. So it's very, very small, 3 specks, where it shows like some minor dings, but they're there, so it's damaged. But we'll use it tomorrow morning, and this is the solution. So this is what I'm using on my Harley, on the Lowrider S. It's a lot better. This clamp alone costs $39.99. It doesn't matter where you price it. The Insta360 website or Best Buy, Amazon, these are $39.99 for this. If you buy this bundle, it's $49.99, and with this you get these extra mounts. These are ones that you could use on the dash. You could use it on your helmet because they're flexible. So for $10 more, you get all this. So I thought, okay, it's worth it just to get the bundle. So we'll get the bundle. I won't need those now, but this is what I'll need tomorrow. This is what I put in on the Surron. As I mentioned, this is what I'm already using on the Harley, and I haven't had any problems with it, you know, and I'm going highway speeds on it. So the weight is the other thing, right? This weighs almost as much as this camera. If I'm just doing like this, just you know, weighing it by hand, and they feel pretty much the same compared to this right here. Not meant for this. This is probably meant more for like the Go 3S or like my old GoPros, you know, teeny little cameras. They were very light. This is a big difference. So lesson learned there. Again, $39.99 if you buy just the clamp. If you buy the bundle, which in my opinion is better because you got a bunch of other accessories for $10 more. And this, I can trust this. This will be secure. And I also put in the claim for the damage. and I submitted it, and I already printed out the mailing label. So I'll be sending this out tomorrow afternoon, and then we'll see how long it takes. Actually, I'll take that back. I'm going out to Fullerton on Thursday, so I'm gonna keep this one till then, and I will be sending it off on Friday. First thing Friday morning, I'll be sending it off. One thing that they do mention is to, when you ship it out, to remove the battery. And this one seems to be in good shape. It doesn't look like it took any of the damage. It's right there. There's my SD card. Just pop it out. Pull that out. So they don't want that. When I ship it to them, I gotta keep my battery. And I gotta keep my my SD card. Again, I'll be using this tomorrow, and we'll see how the quality comes out. I think it has a lot. It will have a lot to say about these cameras, because I was going pretty fast, and it fell. And you saw the damage that the lenses sustained. In fact, I still have these here. You can see here that broke, but it saved the lens. It saved this lens from actually breaking, shattering. So if it didn't have these guards, this lens would have just been shattered, completely busted. These, I believe, cost me $30 for those, because they're the premium. It fell while I was going, I want to say I was going close to 50 miles an hour. And it hit the bike lane. It was pavement. It fell on pavement and bounced around for several feet. Got a lot of dust on it, but it's still functional, still turns on. And we'll see tomorrow morning what kind of quality video I get out of it. You know, I don't know if the some of the internals, like the microphone, stop working, or maybe the battery won't last as long. We'll see. The other thing right now, I'm gonna try to offload the video from it, see if that works. So another $50. I should have just spent this up front. It would have saved me from having this sort of damage happen. And I did think about it. I just didn't. I didn't expect for this mount to fail. So keep that in mind. If you're going to be putting your X5 or any of the Insta360 series, the X3, X4 on your Surron, and you're going to mount it on the handlebar, don't use these. Just go out and spend the money and get this one. It'll save you from it falling and breaking. And if you don't have the FlexiCare, or if you don't have some sort of warranty to replace it, or if you had the FlexiCare and you're past the 1 year, these are things that will, these are accessories that will secure your camera. Definitely going to use this from now on for any bike that I put it on. It's just it should be like this. Use this exclusively. I'm telling you right now, if you want to put your X5 on a bike, use this. It doesn't matter if it's a motorcycle or a Surron, an E-Ride Pro, any of the E-Dirtbikes. This one, I think I would be okay with it if it was on a regular pedal bicycle, like a beach cruiser, where you're not going very fast and you're not hitting a lot of bumps. And even then, I just use this one. easy to clamp on. Comes with the tool to secure it in place. And this one is going nowhere, and it isn't going to fail. This screw right there isn't going to break or snap like this one did here. It isn't going to snap like that. Big difference in the way that it's engineered. Okay, well, stay tuned for tomorrow morning. We'll see how tomorrow I'll upload a video, and we'll see how this camera does and how well it survived the fall. Thanks for watching.